Hey marketers, if you are running your business website on Webflow, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I set up blog post and schema markup so that I get SEO and AEO both traffic to my Webflow website. So as you can see on my screen, I have my blog page here where I have heading, I have banner image, date of this blog, author image, author name, and about the author. These are the most thing you should have on your blog page. If you don't have authors yet on your page, go and add them because it's very crucial to create the authoritative post, right? So here I have the details, name, image. In my CMS I have blog. In my blog settings I have SEO title and description. I'm adding that here. I'm not using the name and the post summary as my SEO title and description. Make sure you have them separate here. Once you have them, once you have your structure like this, go to your pages and inside your CMS collection page settings. Here in this title tag, click on this add field and let's look for SEO title and SEO description. As you can see, it's dynamic now. Everything is coming from the CMS. And here I want the same title and description for my OG, and I want the image as my main image for OG. Let's say if I'm sharing it on any social media platform, this will be shown to the user. And as you scroll down, you'll see this JSON-LD schema. This is for schema markup and which is very crucial these days for your SEO and for your AEO. Here, either you can use Webflow's AI feature to generate it, otherwise you can use your custom. So for me, in this case, I prefer technicalseo.com's this schema markup generator. So what you need to do is when you click on this schema markup generator here, you select the article. Inside article, I want you to choose the blog posting because this is a blog post. We don't have this news article or any article, right? This is a blog post. What's the URL? We can add the URL of our blog post. Let's say URL. As you can see, as I'm adding here, it is adding these properties to this right side schema markup, which we can add to Webflow. Headline. So I'm just giving headline URL. So the reason I'm writing these is because I want to connect them in Webflow with Webflow's dynamic data. Short description, let's say summary. Author type, let's say person. Author name, author URL, because this is very much needed. Publisher, who's the publisher? Let's say our website name. Let's say Twig Designs is a publisher, and publisher logo. So I can go to my website and from my Webflow's library, assets library, I can copy the logo URL and paste that logo URL here. So let's say logo URL. You can add that. Date published, let's say 15. Date modified, let's say 15, right? Okay, let's say it was published on 13th, now it's modified on 15th. So this is what I have at the moment. As you can see, this is not a perfect URL, that's why it's giving you this error, but you can go and copy it from here. Then once you come to your Webflow, here in the Webflow's page settings of your CMS page, go and paste that. So what we need here, blog posting, web page, URL, headline, image URL. So here we had this URL, right? URL means this is our website URL. So here I'm going to add my slug. This is the URL. And then my headline. For this, I'm going to use my title. Description, I'm going to use my post summary, or here you can use SEO title and SEO description. It's up to you. Image, so I'm going to use my main image here. Author is a person, author name, so I'm going to use my author name because that's connected with another CMS collection. URL, author slug. Let's look for the slug. That's what we needed. Here we need, let's say, type. We don't have it yet, so let's remove it for now. Date published. What we can use here is, wait, blog here, published on and modified. So here I'm going to use this. Really sorry for it. I'm not sure why this. Okay, here I'm going to use this as my date updated. Let's say modified is updated on, right? So this is how you can create a schema markup in Webflow. So I'm going to save it. So once you have this, make sure you have a proper ID, or you can use slug, but here I'm going to use this website IO and this slug, and then wherever we need or for our image is fine. I think we can check that later on, but here my slug for this author, right? So here you can find my author logo. I don't have a logo right now, so I'm not going to add that, but this is what you can use, and you save it, you publish your changes. Let's just wait for it to finish. Okay, so now refresh your page here, click Ctrl U. Here now you have the main image URL, main URL of this blog post, and the URL of this author that is now readable by these bots. Now you have date published, you have date modified. So this is the schema markup which you really need in your blog, podcast, or webinar pages, whatever the page you have, whether it's a CMS page or anything. So here, for example, you have options like breadcrumbs if you are using, or let's say event pages or FAQ pages. If you have any how-to pages, for that also you can use. For FAQ page, you add your questions. Here you can create it. You just copy these and paste to your FAQ. I would suggest you create the Webflow CMS FAQs, right? Here in your Webflow CMS, create a new collection called FAQ and add new FAQs there, and then fetch just like we did for the blog post, and so that you don't need to add manually all the FAQs. You can have FAQs coming from your CMS page. So yeah, this is how you can add schema markup to your Webflow website. If you still have any doubts, any queries, reach out to me.